I'm live. I hope you're good. Welcome to Arsenal Alex, my channel, your channel, my reaction to the most exciting game of all time. Bodo Glimt 0, Arsenal 1. I thought I'd put this stadium in the background because you know what? We need something. We need something. Smack the likes up. Subscribe if you're new. And let's talk about the game because you know I wanted to put that I don't know, man. What happened there? So big up to everyone who's watching. I hope everyone is well. And yeah, I thought I'd stick Highbury behind me because that kind of reminded me of the George Graham era. So I thought stick this behind me. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm not singing. Good evening, Alex. Alex, I presume. I hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you survived that ball fest. Sorry. So I'm going to give you my intake of it, and then I'll get your comments and everything. That wasn't easy to watch. I think we were very, very fortunate to get a win. So a point because Bodo Glimt deserved a point, 100%. If they had anything about them up front, they would have scored. They would have scored. So reason I chose Highbury because it was 1-0 to the Arsenal. So if I could ask you to do two things, if you haven't already done, why not like the video? And if you, for some mad reason, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, please. And if you want, and if you're feeling in the mood, you can donate as well. Isn't that great? Great. Fantastic, isn't it? How did we win that game? How did we win that game? That was grinding. We had to bring on Xhaka. We had to bring on Martinelli. Martinelli couldn't do anything. That AstroTurf was not easy to play on at all. And yes, I think Bodo Glimt can count themselves really, really unlucky. And I'm going to say our goalkeeper was the best player on the pitch for Arsenal. You can agree or disagree, but I think Matt Turner, he commanded his box well, great saves, his kicking was good, and I think this probably did him the world of good. So I didn't have any confidence really in Matt Turner, but after this performance, to go there, it's like 8 felt like 4 degrees. I checked the weather and it was, sorry guys, and it was 4 degrees. You could see that in the thermals. Thankfully, it's not 4 degrees here, or I'd be wearing absolutely tons of layers. So big up to the chat. I hope you're all good and have survived that. And do you agree with me? And who was the worst player on the pitch? Well, there's quite a few candidates, but the fact we had to bring on Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey, Martinelli to see through, that shows that we've got to remember as well, this team have won 14 games in a row, which is the longest run for quite a few years since Marseille. I did hear it, but maybe someone put it in the chat what year that was. So, and they beat Roma, I think it was Dynamo Zagreb or someone, and a few other teams. So they have been a force at that ground, and that atmosphere was rocking. That atmosphere was rocking. So, man of the match for me, Matt Turner. I think Saliba looks good. I think I can see why Arteta started him. Big up to the 7 people watching. I hope you're all liking it. If you want to share it as well, that'd be absolutely brilliant. I think William Saliba, for me, I enjoy watching him more every single game, and he's so calm. and he's just turned 21 years old. So William Saliba, I thought, played really well. This is where our defence. I thought Rob Holding did well, intercepted well. He read the lines well. He was all right. And Ben White, yeah. And I thought Tierney was a bit weak. He was probably the weakest of some. But how good is William Saliba? Leave that down in the chat, what you think of William Saliba. And do you agree that Matt Turner's a man of the match, or do you disagree? So, because I think the further we went forward, the worse we got. Does that, you know what I mean? So I think Odegaard was quiet. He was poor. I think Sambi Lokonga, some nice turns. And Saka, yeah, fantastic goal. I mean, it was a great run, but I don't think he knew much about it. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think it hit him here and just bounced in, didn't it? It just sort of bounced in. So let's have a look at some comments and then I'll digress more. And whether you agree with me or disagree. Surely the result is more important than the performance. And yes, the result is we've got Leeds United, and I've got a bit of a conundrum because my son is in a big football match Sunday. And guess what time it is? 2 p.m. So I'm going to have the mobile out to watch the Leeds game, but that's my problem. Evening, Luca. I hope you're well. Yes, it was very, very, very boring. Very boring. But thanks for coming by. I'm going to read all your comments, so put them all in. Be polite, be nice, and you give me your man in the match. And if you want, you can say who was the worst player in the match. Who was the worst player? You know what I mean? You can do that. Where is everyone? Says Luca. Evening, Luca. Yes, okay. Game was boring. I like the way Bodo Glimt played, but as you say, they lack any bite up front. Wasted opportunities. And I think if that was a Marseille or anyone or a Barcelona, we're losing that game 100%. Evening, Craig. How are you? Alex Saliba, only on 36 or 38k a week. I think most of us would enjoy that a year, but that's mad. But he should be, if Saka is going to get 100k, then 200k, then we need to sort him out. Let's talk about this because I'm worried. Because apart from the Man United game for about 20 minutes, he's been absolutely flawless. And this might be a bit mad, but I don't remember a centre-back like him since Tony Adams or Sol Campbell. I'm sorry, I'm really enjoying watching him. I'm really, really, really enjoying watching him. And you can maybe think of anyone, but I don't know, man. He's good on the ball. Amazing passer. He covers other defenders. You know what I mean? He covers people when they make mistakes, e.g. Gabriel in the Liverpool game, but he couldn't stop Firmino's goal, was it? Or yeah. He's calm and his maturity level for 21. It's as if he's like 29 or 30. So, Craig, you're right. So I'm absolutely, yeah, I hope we see him, but you can, guys, leave it in the chat. Has there been anyone better than Saliba since Tony Adams, Sol Campbell? Because I don't think so. He's just, yeah, I enjoy watching him play. Really, really good on the ball, comfortable. And I'm giving Matt Turner man of the match. You can disagree. And closely followed by, I think, Saliba and Holding. I think they had to play well because our defense, and I think Eddie didn't do himself justice. Why are we paying this guy 100 grand a week? He is, yeah. What I don't know. I don't understand. So yeah, my son might make an appearance. So it's just going to be a quick stream. And yeah, keep your things. Who was your man of the match, guys? Man of the match. And who was the worst player in the match? But Eddie Nketiah can't be starting Premier League. This is worrying. If Gabriel Jesus is injured for Sunday, then oh dear, because this is where, and I said this to some people, if we kept somehow, I think this is where I was going to worry. If Arteta's got to learn to manage big egos, because we're going to need some big egos as the season goes on. Because I know we got rid of Aubameyang, Laka, Pepe, and Guendouzi, but I think if we'd somehow kept Aubameyang, for whatever reason, and then Gabriel Jesus is injured, we'd be all right. You know what I mean? We'd be okay. But if Gabriel Jesus is injured for Leeds, but apparently it's okay, but say he is, then we're worried. I mean, because I'm not comfortable with Eddie Nketiah starting against Leeds. I know he played for Leeds, but playing it was different. Nketiah on 100k, surely Saka and Saliba to deserve on 100. Nketiah on 100k, surely Saka and Saliba to deserve on 100. Yeah, I suppose, man, because these footballers' wages is just like, it's just like a different, you know what I mean? Different world. But what was nice is I think a lot of the fans got to meet some of the players, and yeah, I think. 1 second. I'm having to be my own mod, so I haven't got any. Do you know what? If anyone, I can, you know, a lot of my messages are not going through, guys. Sorry about that. So I noticed that yeah, as Cannon Fodder says, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I don't know why a lot of the messages are not going through. Yes, this is a good point. Balogun scoring more goals than Nketiah on loan. Yes, he's apparent. I think he's second in La Liga. And this is worrying, Craig, because we've let one of the, and anyone who says Aubameyang is finished needs their eyes tested, because 3-3 at Chelsea and getting Barca into the Champions League. Or do we recall Florian Balogun back? Would you take him back? Yeah. Guys, leave your man in the match. And were you impressed with Matt Turner tonight? Did anyone else impress you? Because another thing, tonight is a night to show about people who could get in the first team. Is there anyone who you thought, do you know what? They're going to start. They can start against Leeds on Sunday. They can start against Leeds on Sunday. So, yeah, not huge people watching. I get that. I thought do the live reaction, but it's not such a big game, so I guess that's what not so many people watching. But thank you, everyone. Man of the match, worst player. I'm going to say, I just don't think Eddie did himself any justice. He runs around a lot. He puts a shift in, but I just don't think he's good enough for Arsenal Football Club. He's a great third choice, but I don't think, yeah. Would you recall Florian Balogun back in January? Yeah, let me know as well. Leave that in the comments below. So, yeah, oh man, who misses Highbury anyway? Who misses Highbury? Because I do, man. Those were the days. So I thought I'd put that on there. Greg says, Nketiah runs around like Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, he's fast. He looks good. He's bulked up, but I think his level is, He's not good enough, man. He's not good enough for Arsenal. And I would bring Florian Balogun back to what? Can we? I wonder if we can recall him. Let's see how many goals he's got. Let's have a look. Florian Balogun. Seeing how many goals he's got. Smash the likes, but guys. I didn't know he was born in New York. Wow. 10 appearances, 6 goals. That's good, man. 10 better than what Mr. Nketiah is doing. Yeah. Born in New York City. I used to live there for 3 years, guys. And he's only just turned 21. So he fits the Project Youth. So he could definitely come back. Luca says, Eddie is poor. 100% agree. Go subscribe to Luca. Luca, share this stream, please, mate. Really appreciate if you could. I really do miss Clybury. Yeah, man. What do you miss most? Let's chat about it. What I miss most about it is we competed with Europe's elite everything for many years. Many years. And we've struggled to compete with Europe's elite in the new stadium. So that's what I miss most about it. What do you guys miss most about Highbury? To be honest, I thought a lot of the players had a poor match. Short on names for man of the match. I'm going Matt Turner because he kept a clean sheet. He made 2 or 3 really good saves. Closely followed by either Holding or Saliba. Apart from that. So yeah, you're right. Go subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV as well, please. He's absolutely smashing it. Really good YouTuber. Really quality content. And if you haven't subscribed to him, why haven't you? I miss the old days. So yeah, I like Craig. What do you miss most about Highbury? Alex, what do you miss most about Highbury? And Luca, I think you were too young. But maybe in the highlights. So yeah, we could talk about it because that's more interesting what the game was. So I'm going to do about another 5-10 minutes. Look how many world-class players we had at Highbury. 6, 7 maybe. I think we had 11 world-class players, mate. I think if we want to go back to, if you look at it, we had Seaman, we had Adams, we had Campbell, we had Keown, we had Perez, we had Petit, we had Arfiera, we had Henry, we had Burkamp. I think it's more than that, mate. I think it's more. Cheers for the shout out, Alex. Alex, you are very welcome, kind sir. And yes, so for whatever reason you haven't subscribed to this great content creator, then why not? Go and do it. I missed. Yeah, yes. Do you know what? Those Bodo Glimts. Let's go back to the game because this is supposed to be a match reaction, but I just wanted to stick Highbury there. Why not? You know, there was a corner, a couple of thousand of them. They just did not stop jumping up and down, man. Although the Emirates is a bit better now, but it's not better than when I used to go a few games here and there, and the atmosphere there was bouncy. But fair play. I think the highlight of the game was the Bodo Glimt fans, don't you think? I think apart from that, we move on to Leeds. We can quickly talk about Leeds. Are you confident? I think if we're playing like tonight, I'd be worried. But we ain't going to play the same team. And hopefully Gabriel Jesus is fit. Because otherwise, I'm worried. I am worried. Question, would you give Marquinhos a couple of games of league to give Saka a break? I was going to question why he didn't start tonight, but Saka got the goal, so it was justified. He hasn't done enough for me. He was good against Zurich, but Alex, he has not performed like last week. He wasn't that, he wasn't that good. He didn't really impress me. So, but yeah, Saka needs a break because he's hasn't stopped playing and he is going to be going to the World Cup. So yeah, I mean, if you start him, he's going to give you 200%. He's Brazilian, he's quick, he's got he'll want to impress the manager. So I hope that answers your question. Keep hitting that like button, guys. Not like how we hit Bodo Glimt tonight. I hear Marquinhos will be going out on loan in January. I hope not, Craig, because we're short in wingers. We can't be loaning out anyone. Our squad is small enough. So unless we are lining up a sensational backup, which we kind of did in Pepe, to Saka. Oh, by the way, Pepe is doing well as well. Oh, a lot of players leaving Arsenal tend to do well. I wonder why that is. Hint, hint. Craig, I would be worried because we're really, really short. We are. Craig, what is your source of that? Because I haven't heard that, and I would be very, very concerned because who else would we play out on the wing? Who else? Because Martinelli is going to play on the left. Smith Rowe is not really a winger, and yeah, so. Oh man, I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. So yeah, just to summarise, talk about the game a bit tonight. We move on to Leeds and PSV next week. I might go to that game. I haven't been for ages, and it is a 6 p.m. kickoff, and I think we need to play better because PSV Eindhoven are, as far as I know, a much better team, or not a much, but they are a better team than Bodo Glimt. And I think we're going to have to play better if we're going to want to win. Because I want to win the group. I want to win the group. Because if we finish second, it means more games in January. More games in January. And we don't want that because our squad, okay, we need to get to the World Cup intact and bolster in January because midfield, I still think we're short. Winger, if you're saying Marquinhos is going on that, we're going to need another winger. And I still think Gabriel Magalhaes, if he starts and we are going to compete for a title, he's going to cost us. So we're going to need another centre back, in my opinion, a top centre back, top one. Could the Leeds get potential banana skin? Yes, because they're. Do you know what? I'm a bit worried because I said October is going to be massive. We're playing every 3 to 4 days, Alex, and I'm worried because it's going to be away. The crowd of Leeds. When you go to Ellen Road, you are going to be. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to be up for the fight. Because if you're not, we could lose. So I'm a bit worried but a lot of players should be back. We should have Gabriel Jesus. It's should be okay. Don't forget Thomas Partey didn't start. Martinelli didn't start. But then Saliba started. Granit Xhaka didn't start, so that's good. Aaron Ramsdale will be fresh. Saka played, so yeah, it's up in the air. Craig says Northside London mentioned it on his stream a few weeks back. Well, I hope the information is not true. Lucas says Leeds will win. Lucas, I'm a bit worried. Let's talk about the game on Sunday because I've covered tonight. But you guys, man of the match, leave that down in here. Leave the man of the match down. Because for me, Matt Turner was man of the match. And I'm the only saving grace I can take from tonight. Our backup goalkeeper is not as bad as what we first were. So that's the highlight for me is the Matt Turner's. But then again, maybe that's his level. So, and Saliba's just class. Craig says our next 3 games should be 9 points in the bag. Hopefully. Who's our next 3 games? Let's have a look. Arsenal fixtures. Let's talk about. So we have got PSV at home after Leeds, and then Southampton away. It should be 5 wins out of 5. Really? What do you think? But nothing is guaranteed. Game by game. You stole the words. I was looking at the fixtures. Come back, and I knew you would say that's Craig AFC 87. Game by game, 100%, man. And Leeds, I think we're going to have to be more up for it than we were Liverpool because they need the points. And the start has been absolutely brilliant. And I didn't enjoy tonight's performance. I didn't enjoy the way we play. Like a lot of the things about it, I thought we were too slow. I know we got the AstroTurf, but it wasn't that cold. I mean, I know it was 8 degrees, but thankfully it wasn't snowing. So can't be blaming the weather because it's the same for everybody. So we move on to Sunday. I meant the next 3 games in the Premier League, not including PSV. So who's in the third one? So who have we got? Leeds, Southampton, Nottingham Forest. Leeds, I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I think it'll be. I'm sticking. I think we will win that. I think Southampton will be harder because they haven't had the best start. But yeah, game by game. But let's enjoy it. Are we going to get to the World Cup first or second? Does anyone think that? Do you think guys we're playing on thin ice? Do you think all these games are going to just catch us up, or do you think that the momentum's there? There's a team cohesion. The players want to play, but I think some of the Europa League ones are not doing themselves justice to get into the first team. Because for me, if we look at tonight, Reece Nelson, no. Marquinhos, no. Rob Holding. Could he be better than Gabriel in defence? Would you drop Gabriel Magalhaes and put Rob Holding there? There's a question for the chat. Leeds, okay. Okay, what was that for, Luca? That's very good. I agree, Alex. Southampton will be a tough game. And I think I'm worried that that could be a potential banana skin, and you never know. We could slip up. But as you said, Alex, take it game by game. Yeah, it would be great if we're still top before the World Cup begins. Yeah, it would be absolutely fantastic. It would be fantastic. And I haven't even thought about the World Cup. Are you guys excited for the World Cup, or are you just thinking about the scene? I'm not thinking. It's just weird that next month is a World Cup. That is so weird. Didn't Southampton beat us last season in return match? Let's have a look. Results. The Southampton. I don't remember, Alex. Yes, they did. We lost 1-0. You're right. So it's it's going to be a worry. That is going to be a worry. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up because there's not too much to talk about this game, and I don't want to keep waffling. So, please go and subscribe to Alex, Luca, and myself. Get me up to 1.4K. That would be really, really, really good. That would be really, really good. I think I'm that close. I think I'm like 5 away. Yeah. So subscribe if you're new. It'd be fantastic if I could reach that achievement. I think they beat us, and Arteta got his contract. Yeah, straight up. That was after the 3 defeats, wasn't it? That was after the 3 defeats. Luca, please share it, man. That'd be really, really good. That'd be fantastic. So yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. We move on to Leeds on Sunday. Go and tune in to Luca at 10 o'clock. He's got the Highbury squad. Well done for that, mate. I've got to go do a few things to do. Put my son to bed. Family man. He's making noise in the background. So that's why often I don't stream, because I'm busy. Family. It is what it is. Watch Aubameyang score against us when we play Chelsea after Forest. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. So smash the like on your way out. Subscribe if you're new. Lovely if I could get to 1.4K before the end of the month. And must get you back on Canon. Yeah. We'll just DM me. We'll message. Yeah, we'll message. Well done. Yes. Well done. So just to people, if they're watching now, Highbury was just to make you think about the 1-0. That was why I chose it. So I hope you like that and you enjoyed that. And I will be back. I'm going to try and do this, my best, to a match reaction. Try and be consistent after every game. Sunday, it's not going to be straight after. It's probably going to be in the evening because the other half is out with the friends, and I'll have my little boy on Sunday. He's got a big football match on too, so I'm going to have to watch the game on the phone. So, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and smash that like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you lot hopefully Sunday evening, unless any big Arsenal breaking news comes out. Probably not. Take care of yourself. You're all brilliant and wonderful. Just remember that, and I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here. Take care. Bye. Thank you. Thanks, Grave.